Hey guys, what's up? Nick here once again, and today we're going to review the Titan 2020 edition from SecretLabs after one entire year of use. Let's get right into it. Now, as you can tell by the title and that quick little intro, we are reviewing the Titan here behind me that I'm currently sitting on after one entire year of use. So yes, I have owned this for an entire year, but I want to make some disclaimers here. One, this is not a sponsored video by any means. I did not get this sent to me for free by SecretLabs. I paid for this with my own money. So this is coming from an average consumer, average Joe, and maybe you're watching this video to see if you should actually go out and purchase this chair. And I'm also going to do a little bit of a comparison between the 2020 edition, which is the one I have, and the 2022 edition, which is their newest model. And that, again, might be another reason why you're here. So without further ado, we're going to start out with the main thing that I think most people are probably wondering about after a year's use of the chair. How does it hold up? What's the durability like? Is it falling apart? Does it squeak? Is it still comfortable, or is it uncomfortable? Now, the first thing I want to get out of the way is the durability. How well has it held up over an entire year? Honestly, I've been really pleasantly surprised by its durability. It still feels literally like the first week I had the chair. It doesn't creak. It doesn't feel like it's falling apart. I literally have not had to screw in any of the bolts since getting it, which is a huge surprise. Every chair I've ever owned, within a few months, maybe a year down the road, I usually have to go back and retighten some of the screws just from moving around. Not the case whatsoever with the SecretLabs chair. Now, your mileage may vary. It also may depend on how rough you are with your chairs. Me personally, I do sit in my chair from 8 to 12 hours a day on average. And with that much use, I like to take care of my devices because I want them to last. And I also invest a lot of money into them because I know it's important not only for my own posture and my back, but, you know, just in general for comfort. Now, that being said, there are a few hiccups down the road that I will get into. There are some downsides to the SecretLabs chair versus some other office chairs I've had in the past. But overall durability and how well it's lasted, I mean, the stitching looks great. I don't see anything fraying. Now, granted, I don't have any cats or anything that could have destroyed it over the year. I do have a dog, which you will see very soon in the video, which does become an issue, and I'll get more of this into the cons. But yeah, if you have animals, you may want to look at something else other than the Softweave pattern, which is the one I have here. So there's two different versions. There's the leather, or the PU leather, and then there's the Softweave. Now, with the newer edition, the 2022, they have offered a few different options other than just the Softweave and the PU leather. But again, don't have that here. Haven't tested it myself, so I don't really have an opinion on it. That being said, do I feel bad about getting the Softweave over the PU leather, or do I feel great about that decision? Honestly, I wish I would have went with the PU leather for one reason, and this is what I kind of hinted at already. My dog. He does shed quite a lot, and a PU leather casing would have been so much easier to clean. Like literally night and day difference, easier to clean. Now, there are downsides to the PU leather, obviously. It's not as soft to the touch. It's not as cool in the summertime. Your body can stick to it if you're wearing shorts and stuff like that. So there was a lot of downsides to it, and we do have very humid summers here in Virginia. So I wanted to get something that would be cool for me for long periods of time. And the Softweave definitely has held up on that bargain. It's very soft for the touch. I love the look of it. It feels great, and it's cool. You know, it doesn't seem like it's sticking to my skin or anything during hot summer days. And yada, yada, yada. But again, the hardest thing or the worst thing about it is it's very hard to clean. Now, I haven't spilled on it at all in the year I've had it, thankfully, knock on wood, but I have had to clean it a few times just from overall use, from dust. And there was this weird thing where, I don't know if it was like a type of film or the type of material the armrests are made out of, but over time, it would create this like white film on the right side of it, like where my elbow lays, basically. Now, I don't know if this is like dead skin or what, but after it accumulated, I would wipe it off with a damp cloth. It would go away, no problem. But that is something to keep in mind. It's just kind of weird. I never had that before in any chair in my life. Don't worry, I shower once a day. It's nothing like that. It was just weird. It's something I should notice. The other thing too, and again, is the pet hair. Now, if you have pets at home, this is definitely a make or break in my opinion. If you have a pet that sheds a lot, I honestly would recommend going with the PU leather just because of the ease of use of cleaning. It took me from, you'll see right now, this is what the chair looked like before I started actually cleaning my chair for the video. And as you can see, it looks like a train wreck. And believe it or not, I cleaned this chair a month ago. Yeah, it's been 30 days. That's 30 days of hair right there. So You will have to clean this chair at least once a week if you want to keep it pristine or at least decent looking. Definitely keep that in mind. It's a definite downside to the Softweave fabric. But that being said, everything else is great. It feels great. It hasn't fallen apart. It hasn't like ripped open or anything like that. And yeah. And the last little bit of the durability, again, hasn't really been falling apart. Doesn't creak or crack when I move around. All the switches still feel great, like brand new. I can still lean all the way back, no issues. The dial for the lumbar support still works like day one. Again, no complaints whatsoever when it comes to durability. I also do want to give a quick shout out to SecretLabs and their customer service. They've always been praised for this, and from my personal experience with them, they are grade A amazing. The reason I bring that up is because right from their website, you can actually talk with them by instant messaging them. You don't have to call anybody, and you can send emails back and forth as well if you prefer. But right from their chat system, they're very pleasant, very easy to understand, and they want to fix your issue no matter the cost. That being said, each chair does come with a limited 2 or 3 year warranty, I want to say off the bat. And then mine actually got bumped up to a 5-year warranty because I just posted some pictures of it on Instagram. So they're pretty awesome about that. You know, I think that's a good deal. You get 2 extra years of warranty just for posting it on your social media, no matter how big your account is. So that's really cool. And on top of that, like I stated, the reason I actually reached out to them was a couple months ago because the left arm here, honestly, I'm not going to knock this on SecretLabs or the design of the chair because I think this is a problem with me, but the left arm will bend out ever so slightly over time to where I actually have to physically bend it back. And it's noticeable. It is. But I think that has to do with me getting out and into my chair. I don't really use my legs to get out of the chair. I kind of lift myself up using the armrests. I think a lot of my weight goes to my left side, thus bending the arm, which again, I'm not going to take that out on them. And I talked it out with them for a few days. A few months back, I was talking back and forth, asking them questions like, have you had this issue before? Do you think it's a defect of the chair? Do you think it's, you know, whatever? And they were very honest. And they said, you know what, how about send us a video of the issue? We'll see what we can do. Send them a video, some pictures. And then they wanted me to kind of disassemble the chair. And at that point, I was like, you know what, it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. But the fact that they wanted to go through all that with me just proves that they have really good customer service and they want to make sure that their customer is happy. So again, grade A for customer service. And moving on to the comfort, is it still comfortable after all this time, or was it like uncomfortable at the beginning and has it gotten better? Because I know some chairs you actually have to break them in, just like shoes. Now with the SecretLabs chairs, they are extremely firm. What that means is they're not necessarily uncomfortable or they don't feel like you're sitting on wood, but it is a very dense foam, which you may not like, you may not be used to. My wife, for instance, she absolutely despises this chair. She does not like it at all. But I understand, you know, for most people, it's probably not the best choice or the first choice they're going to go to when they're looking at an office chair they're going to be sitting in for hours at a time. For me personally, though, I've gotten used to it. It took a couple weeks, I'm not going to lie, to get used to the firmness after having a very plushy, regular office chair. But that being said, I think overall it's been better for my back because even though I had a very plushy office chair before for over a year, I had a lot of issues with my lower back. Like every day I would be aching to the point where I had to just go lay down in bed and fall asleep. I've never had that once since having this chair. But I will say, in terms of comfort, like when I'm sitting here right now, I don't necessarily feel comfortable. Like I don't feel like I'm sitting on a cloud or anything like that. But the fact that I haven't had any actual back pain since having it, I think is a plus. I think the lumbar support is a good addition as well. You can adjust it the way you like. I just wish it had a feature that the new version does, which it goes up and down. So if you're looking for that or looking for extra adjustments with the lumbar support, the 2022 model is going to be your safer bet, even though it is more money. But other than that, though, comfort-wise, I mean, it's the same. I haven't noticed any difference from day one till now. The cushion is still firm as ever. I haven't sunk it into it. I don't leave a butt print or anything like that, which I'm honestly surprised by. I'm a little bit of a bigger guy, I'll admit that. So I was kind of expecting it to sink in a little bit, you know, or fall apart over time, and it really hasn't. So I got to give them commends for that, as well as the armrests and everything feel the exact same since day one. I've never been super pleased with the armrests though, overall. They're not very thick. They're very thin. And yes, you can push into them and feel maybe like 2 millimeters of foam, very dense foam at that. They get the job done. And I like that they're 4D directional. You can move them side by side, up, down, diagonal, up, you know, everything. You can put them to any direction you need, which is amazing. But how comfortable are they? Not really. They do ache after a while. At least they make my elbows ache, but Again, mileage may vary, but I would give them a solid 6 out of 10 if I was to give them a rating. The cushion or the pillow, since day one, still feels great. It still has this cool cooling gel, which does work. Like, you lay your head on it and it feels like you're laying on a very cold side of the pillow. It's very nice, very plush. It's still, you know, everything great to this day. No issues whatsoever when it comes to the pillow. The only downside is the strap. You have to strap it around the back. It can be kind of cumbersome if you have to adjust it. The new version, the 2022 version, has a magnet built in, so you can put it wherever you need to, and it sticks to it without a strap. So again, another little nicety, might be worth the investment of upgrading to the 22 version. But final thoughts on comfort, really it hasn't changed. I think it's still the same as day one. It's a very firm feeling chair. So again, if you're looking for that kind of thing, this is the chair for you. If you're looking for a very plushy chair that you'll fall into and it feels like a cloud, you might want to stay away because this will not be the chair for you. And I guess we'll just talk about my overall thoughts, because I don't really have anything else to go about in this review other than just some of the features that it has. As we may or may not know, you can adjust it going up and down. You can lay all the way back. So let me show you a quick little demo. Pull this lever, lean all the way back. You can lock it in place, which is pretty awesome. Just like that. So easy as pie. You can also lean back too. So you hit this little lever down here. Now it's like a rocking chair. Again, you can lock it in place. Now I'm stuck in this position. Again, these kind of features aren't on every chair, so I have to commend them for that. They are very convenient. They feel really solid. There's not a lot of plastics with this chair, which is awesome, but it does make the chair very heavy. It's a little bit difficult to assemble, so keep that in mind. But once it's done and ready to go, it feels like a premium product. Honestly, like, there's chairs out there that sell for 900 bucks that don't feel as premium as this chair does for 400. So I gotta commend them for that. I think the price range is fine. I don't think they're overpriced by any means. But I guess if I was to have any criticism or to say what they could update in the future, maybe include some type of cleaning material that could get rid of dog hair with the Softweave fabric. No, that's a joke. But maybe they could include some type of way to have different options for the seat, whether it be a more firm seat or a more plush seat. Especially for the PU leather versions. Maybe they could have like a thicker PU leather version and then the regular version. Stuff like that I think would be really, really important for most people, just to have those options, as well as the armrest. Now, they did actually try to fix this version, or with the newer version they try to fix this. We can actually replace the armrests just by magnets, which is pretty cool. But as of right now, from what I've heard from other reviewers, the available options just aren't that great. And the more expensive plush version of the armrest, so you can get for the 2022 model, still isn't that great. I guess it's still not that plush, and it does crack over time, which is kind of a bummer. And you can't use it on the old models. I actually was going to buy it. I didn't care. I was going to pay like 90 bucks and buy them for this model, but they don't work. So again, that's something to keep in mind. The armrests are a little bit just too shallow for me. They're just too stiff for me. So in the future, if Streamlabs is listening, if they could make a version with thicker armrests, that would be choice. That would be perfect. Other than that, though, most of the gripes I have with this chair, they've fixed with the 2022 version. Like I said, I wish the lumbar support went up and down. That is now fixed. The pillow back here is hooked with a strap, which is kind of annoying. That has been fixed. The armrests can be removed, so they could essentially make new versions in the future that are thicker. That problem has been fixed. So really, the only problem I had is the dog hair. So if you don't have really any animals, literally I have no problems with this chair. I have no gripes whatsoever, and that is saying a lot, because again, I spent my hard-earned money, like 500, it was about like 480 after tax, almost 500 bucks on this chair, and I am saying with 100% certainty, after 1 year of use, this chair is worth the money. And I will say that again and again and again. And I will gladly love to buy more products from SecretLab in the future. Maybe if they make a 2023 version, I will definitely be checking it out. At the moment, I don't feel that it's necessary to upgrade to the 2022 version. But who knows? Hey, SecretLabs, if you're listening and you would like to send me one for review, I will definitely check that out. But as for everybody else, I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you so much for watching my video review on the Titan 2020 version. If you'd like to see me review any more products like this in the future, leave a like, share, support, and subscribe to support the channel. And hopefully see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.